All right, so we've been running the LBAC carrier here from HRT. I got mine, 10 months ago.
Yeah, almost a year.
Roughly, yeah, almost a year. I've been running this system. The guys at HRT have been absolutely great to us. You've had yours for
3 months ish.
Yeah.
It was like January,
February.
Okay, so about
February.
2 months. Not long.
So this is basically the top line system that HRT makes. It's a load bearing system. So there's a lot of options on the market. You know, you can certainly take some of your slicker carriers and load them up with gear, and it works. But this is a system that is actually designed to carry more weight and more gear. So we've been running it for a while. Wanted to kind of walk you guys through, since we've had a really, really positive experience with it. Kind of talk through how we have ours set up and some of the pros, maybe a couple of the cons to it too. Nothing's perfect, right? But we've had a lot of luck with it. So I'll go ahead and just start with mine here. Pretty straightforward with the setup. Placard here is the Maximus from HRT as well, obviously. I got a lot of grief online for how I ran just, like 3 magazines. So I do have a 4th one in here.
You got bullied into
Yeah, I got bullied into carrying more magazines, and I added another one on my belt too. But so 3 magazines across the front. The 2 side pouches here technically are for pistol magazines. But I did go ahead and instead, the Kydex inserts work really well for other accessories. So I have a Streamlight Polytac light here, a little 600 lumen, just administrative light. A Gerber multi-tool, which comes in great on the range. We're doing zeroing, things like that. Really, really nice to have that. And behind the mags here, just trauma shears. What I like about the Placard is actually just the dual pouch system, because it gives you a ton of storage in here. So open these up. It's pretty accessible if you stage your zippers correctly. You can get in there pretty nice and quick. So just, I got like a mesh laundry bag here if I needed to carry anything or collect anything. I did bungee in this little tool here for Holosun optics, so I wouldn't lose it on the range. And then this is one of those microfibers for cleaning your lenses and stuff. I honestly forgot this was in here, or how this got in here.
Can I have
it? No. And then I also have a Theorem tube for extra batteries, just because you should always have extra batteries. Then the other side here, just a Right in the Rain, and the most important part is the chocolate chip cookies, because snacks. What do you have yours set up like?
Yeah, real similar. I do have a pistol mag here. If I choose to run one, I'll run it on my, non-dominant side for reloads. I have a Gerber multi-tool right now. Usually this pocket stays empty. I plan on getting a handheld to throw in it. Right now I have a med kit in here, because I'm running the cummerbunds slick besides the inside pouch, which we'll get to. They make an extended panel of Molly, which I might try to put a med kit there, but for right now I just have one of these EDC med kits, and it fits perfectly in there, which is cool. So I'll just leave that open. So this other one, the Velcro on the inside works really well if you have some battery holders, or chem light holders, I think they're technically called.
Yeah.
I can just rip it open and have batteries inside. I got a couple chem lights, and honestly, I'm running it kind of light right now, because I don't like just I don't like just cramming pockets full of stuff until I find stuff that I think I want to carry. My chest rig has a bunch of other like land nav tools and other stuff. Not so much what this carrier is meant for. So 3 mags up front, nothing crazy. I have another pouch if I want to throw another mag in, but I actually really like just having 3 mags up front and that being about it.
And so you run yours kind of as is. You guys will see I have a dangler here, the Samaritan. Got that from the guys over at 100 Concepts. Great option. Has you
can fit a lot more stuff in there too if you want to really.
What I like is that you can undo this, and you can actually tear this whole thing off and work on it. Work on somebody if you need to, which is what I really like about it, rather than having to work out of it like some of the other options.
Yeah, I would like to probably add a TQ like a dangler ring, and run it on the bottom just so I can grab it with my offhand. Right now, the only TQ I have on front, I can grab with both hands, but if I was going to use my offhand to grab from this pouch, it would. You kind of got to reach.
You can do it. It's just
it's not the best.
It's not optimal.
So I'd like to put one. I have on my other plate carrier one on the bottom there, so even just keeping it consistent between both systems, just always having that tourniquet on the bottom, I plan on doing here soon. Let's talk about radios.
Yeah, the front plate bag here actually does have MOLLE all the way through the front of it. We have flag pouches, but you can see here this is just some standard MOLLE with Velcro on. So we run. You can see in the inside of the cummerbund wings here, there's these general purpose pouches. They fit magazines well, but they also fit our radios. Yep. So we run them a little bit differently. Josh likes to run his on his support side. I like to run my radio on my strong side. And actually just picked up from Cattail Antennas. So shout out to Will. Thanks, man. He hooked me up with this 90-degree adapter and a wearable antenna. So I can utilize the pocket here on the inside of my cummerbund. And I can actually weave the wire for my push to talk in the MOLLE across the front, and then just utilize. Actually, I got this elastic keeper from T-Rex Arms when I got one of their slings. That's kind of what holds this in place with a zip tie.
It works really well.
Yeah, it works great. Honestly,
I copied what he did.
Yeah,
and
these are Disco 32 push to talks. Yep. Absolutely great.
It's kind of a must. It hurts spending the money on it, but we both tried different budget options, and once they get rained on,
we had some issues.
Once they get rained on, they die.
Yeah. So. But now the radio stuff, you can run it however you want. I do have a wearable antenna, which is new, right? But Josh has a slightly shorter antenna. Still works just fine.
Nagoya, it's one of the little cheaper upgrades that you can get for the Baofangs, and it's long enough to interface on the top, and it didn't come loose while we were moving around today.
These pouches here are actually one of the things I really like the most about this on the cummerbund with these MOLLE sleeves. Yeah. So you still have MOLLE on the outside. I run a sock P-Dagger from Benchmade, just something I can get to with both hands if I wanted it or needed it, whatever. But if you want to run 5 mags or 4 mags or 2 radios or whatever, these actually work really, really well. And they're completely integrated into the sizing setup and the sizing system behind the cummerbund, which you guys can tell this isn't fabric. This is Tigris.
Right. That's the main reason on why this thing is so rigid.
Yeah, it's extremely light. And we're both wearing the arc belts from HRT that are made out of Tigris as well. So super rigid, super lightweight, and it helps to distribute the load. Again, this is a load bearing carrier specifically designed for that. And you can kind of see here, the backside of this is a split pontoon style. I don't know what they really call them. I call them pontoons, but it's a split back system similar to a couple other things that have been produced over the years that just helps distribute the weight evenly across your back.
Helps it breathe too.
Yeah, I mean, it moves with you. It's got the shock cord woven in there. So with the rigidity of the cummerbund and how that split back system works, I mean, we were out here tonight for 4 or 5 hours, and really not a ton of problems. Very, very comfortable. Very, very easy to make it through the training session. And they built in. We kind of run ours a little bit different. I like the rock buckles here on the cummerbund, so you just pull it out and down, and it breaks apart and comes all apart here on the shoulder and on the cummerbund. You like the Velcro solution?
Yeah, I'm a little more traditional I don't mind pulling Velcro up and layering it in.
Yeah.
The main reason is without the buckles, you're able to get this MOLLE tucked in right against your placard, which for the radio, I like on my other carriers, I run a wing to put the radio in, and it gets it just right up against the plate. So with the radio here, folded in with the MOLLE Velcro, it just puts it flush right up against the plate, which I like. Also with this TQ pouch from T-Rex, I mean, nothing crazy. I can put a Sharpie in it. It's nice to hold the shears. I can just get it closer to the placard, and it gets out of the way from my draw. Before, I liked the cuties a lot. I didn't think I was going to, but they were just I just wanted to optimize it a little bit more.
It works
up top. It's however you want to. Shooting, he took his out here. I think it is kind of a must with mounting the stock properly. It's just really nice they have the option to ditch a few or ditch all of them or not ditch any. Taking them on and off was really nice. I didn't want to let that go, but just getting the MOLLE in a little bit closer was important.
Makes a difference for you.
It did make a difference for me. So
the cummerbund's great, especially for distributing the weight. But the last part here we'll talk about is the back panel system. So
Hydromax.
This is the Hydromax panel. It's kind of, in my mind, it's the best solution because it's built to allow for like a Camelback or a hydration solution here, but you can also close it up so that you can just use it as like a traditional storage solution here. So I don't actually, on the top here, this zipper actually is just an insert. It can Velcro out. I don't have anything in my top panel right now. And guys, like, you don't need to fill every square inch of your kit with something. We've tried to add some stuff just to, you know, add weight and see how the solution would do for us. But, you know, top panel here is empty. The bottom panel for me is full of gauze and chest seals, just some more emergency medical stuff, just to have it if we were to ever need it and fill up some of that space. And then in the main compartment back here, just a couple of things that kind of help out. So one is the tubular nylon. This stuff is great if you ever have to do like buddy drags or move like a log out of the way, or I mean anything. There's a bunch of uses for this stuff. I'm not the greatest with it, but having somebody in your group knows how to use it, this will go a long way to help you. And I added this recently, is just one of these DACA pouches with an assortment of, it's kind of dumb, but just an assortment of radio stuff in here, spare antennas and whatnot, because I have had more issues with my comms going in and out during exercises than anything else. So
more than any other person, and we all run the same radios, which is funny. For some reason, you just
I've had all the issues. I've got some spare charged batteries in here, sealed up and ready to go. I got extra antennas, spare push to talk, audio cables, just Ranger bands, all kinds of stuff in here, just in case my radio or anybody else's goes down. Be able to take care of it.
It's a give and take running a back panel versus a backpack. So you can run stuff for the mission, or you can, the stuff that you would put in a backpack can go in the back panel as well, and just have a buddy grab it for you. It's no big deal. I went a little more on the mission side, and I played with this idea. I put a triple mag placard, and I technically could grab them, but it's a little goofy. Like this is mainly for
somebody else
to come and grab behind me. There'll be like the worst situation ever that somebody was black on ammo and had to come grab a mag off my back. But
and this system works with any of the back panels HRT makes. So they have some half panels that you can mix and match, like a general purpose, and then there's I think it's like a 4-pack for like bangers or smokes or whatever.
Very mission focused. A big law enforcement appeal with a lot of the stuff they do. Yeah,
you'd be hard pressed to have a need that isn't addressed through their system, I would say. Which it's been great for us. You know, the way it spreads out the weight for long-term use. If you're actually looking for a dedicated load bearing, because it's literally what LBAC stands for, is load bearing armor carrier or adaptive carrier, I think. But it's been absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend if you guys are looking for one, something that's going to last and do well for you. Look into this. We've spent a couple months now, a year between the two of us basically, and haven't had any issues. The quality is outstanding. No problems with anything in that regard.
It is competitively priced. It's by no means cheap, but as far as really nice load bearing carriers go, it's priced well.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'd like to see maybe some options for like Cobra buckles instead of the rock buckles in some instances, but that's just a preference thing. It doesn't really, in my opinion, detract from anything.
You could probably hook your own up if you really.
You probably can with the shoulder one. I don't know if you can with the cummerbund. But again, it's kind of just a weird detail thing. So, but we've had tremendous luck with these, and you know, have nothing but positive things to say. So, guys, check them out if you're looking for something. And again, a big thanks to HRT for all their support.